Physiotherapy is an important building stone of rehabilitation and a line of work that more and more academics discover for themselves. For some time now, it's no longer just the traditional training that leads to the desired career. Detlef Kotzky, Executive Vice President of the National Association of North Rhine-Westphalian Physical and Occupational Therapists, knows what options there are specifically.
Die Möglichkeiten der Ausbildung sind vielfältig.
There are various educational options. On the one hand, we have a 3-year education at a vocational school. It takes place at a state-approved school and then finishes with the physiotherapist qualification. Since 2010, you also have the option in Germany to pursue a degree in physiotherapy. North Rhine-Westphalia was the trailblazer with the University of Bochum. For the first time, this university now offers a primary qualified training, where the problem, of course, is that we don't have study regulations for this field yet. The young professionals take on many different situations. Actually, in some instances, they are confronted for the first time ever with a brand new situation, since the training has a very strong clinical orientation. Most of our students enter into a practice after finishing their exam. This possibility is generally denied to us through statutory provision. That is to say, we are actually only allowed to train a very small portion in practice. The market for further education is very big. There is advanced training that is definitely necessary, generally the so-called certification positions. These would be, for example, manual therapy, manual lymphatic drainage, or treatments based on the Bobath or Voita concepts. What definitely also makes sense in the area of physiotherapy with equipment, since this type of therapy is increasingly being offered in practice. The workday of a physiotherapist has a lot of variety, whether it is young people with pain after sport activities or mobilizing people fresh out of surgery. With TheraBand products and other resources, the physiotherapist helps his patients to move free of pain again. Thomas Dornan knows from his many years of experience what is important in this multifaceted profession.
The
type of physiotherapy we use in our house is primarily focused on the patient. It needs to be individually adjusted to the patient. Nevertheless, physiotherapy today works a lot with standards, that is to say with well-proven and time-tested procedures, but always based on a physician's prescription. Physiotherapists have to work very individually with the patient and also need to have a very broad general knowledge on the respective disease patterns and corresponding procedures that are used in a hospital, as the case may be. It is equally important for the therapists to establish close contact with their colleagues from other special fields like, for instance, physicians or caregivers, to consult with each other and ultimately achieve the optimal result for the patient. The area of advanced training strongly depends on which area physiotherapists work and are located in. You certainly can distinguish between colleagues that work in orthopedics and colleagues that work in neurology. There are many different advanced subject-specific training courses offered for this. There is a large variety, and every therapist ultimately chooses what is important for his or her field of work. Regardless of which training future physiotherapists choose, they will enter a profession that has an important role in the holistic treatment of a patient with visible results.